Rayner, her of the ginger growler, turned up at a function with King Charles dressed as an actual clown with actual Ronald McDonald shoes on. I don't know what it is with these Labour women, like the Democrats. They have to make themselves as ugly as possible, as if to excuse the fact that no man would ever want to go any...
7 days ago, Nick Thomas-Symonds sat in that seat, and I asked him, is the winter fuel allowance going to be reversed? And he said, no.
Katie Hopkins has done it again, and this time, her target was none other than Labour's Angela Rayner. What started as a political debate on live television spiraled into a brutal takedown that left the entire panel speechless. But what exactly did Hopkins say, and why is everyone talking about it? Buckle up, because this one got personal. It all went down.
Changed the policy. He obviously had no idea the Prime Minister was going to scrap it on Wednesday. When did you find out?
Well, let me just be really clear. The Prime Minister didn't say we're going to scrap it. What the Prime Minister said on Wednesday is when economic conditions allow, and which we're...
Here, I've had a thought that fixes a lot of your problems. So, you're looking to put boots on the ground in Ukraine, specifically Kyiv. I thought, why don't you get all the people that had a Ukraine flag on their social media profile? Obviously they had to take down their NHS one and their LGBTQ one to put up the Ukraine one. But those people and the people who took it
down on a primetime current affairs show. The topic, class politics, image, and authenticity in Westminster. Angela Rayner, known for her fiery personality and unapologetic working class roots, went head-to-head with outspoken commentator Katie Hopkins. You talk about representing the people, Angela, Hopkins snapped. But turning up at royal events dressed like a circus act doesn't exactly scream professionalism. Rayner tried to fire back, accusing Hopkins of class prejudice. But by then, the damage was done. Hopkins wasn't just criticizing her outfit, she was questioning her credibility. What followed next was pure TV chaos, and social media couldn't get enough. Hopkins, never one to pull punches, doubled down. She mocked Rayner's choice of attire at a recent royal function, claiming she looked like, quote, a clown with Ronald McDonald shoes. Some viewers laughed, others called it cruel and sexist. But one thing's for sure, it lit up the internet like wildfire. Within minutes, #Hopkins vs Rayner was trending nationwide. Supporters of both sides flooded social media, some cheering Hopkins for saying what others wouldn't, while others condemned her for crossing the line. This isn't just about one TV spat. It highlights a much deeper divide between old-school class politics and modern identity-driven media warfare. Angela Rayner has built her brand as the working-class voice in Parliament, rough around the edges, unfiltered, real, but to Hopkins, that image is nothing more than performance, a calculated attempt to score points with the public while Labour struggles to connect with everyday voters. So was Hopkins out of line, or simply exposing what many quietly believe about Britain's political theatre? The fallout was immediate. Labour supporters called for Hopkins to be banned from television for misogynistic attacks, while others argued that free speech means facing uncomfortable truths. Angela Rayner has turned herself into a symbol, one commentator noted. And symbols attract both admiration and ridicule, especially when they threaten the establishment. Rayner herself later brushed off the controversy, saying, if Katie Hopkins thinks I'm worried about her opinion, she's got another thing coming. But insiders claim Labour officials are frustrated, not with Hopkins, but with how often Rayner becomes the story, distracting from Starmer's careful approach. Katie Hopkins has built an entire career on provocation. Love her or hate her, she knows how to dominate the headlines. Some say she's a truth-teller in a politically correct world. Whatever your take, her clash with Rayner shows one thing, she still knows how to command attention, and in today's political climate, that's power. So what happens next? Will Labour push back harder, defending Rayner as a victim of media sexism, or will they quietly hope this story fades before the next poll? And will Katie Hopkins face consequences, or just ride the controversy to even more airtime? One thing's for sure, this clash between Hopkins and Rayner has reignited Britain's culture war, and the fallout is only just beginning. So, what do you think? Was Katie Hopkins out of line for her brutal comments, or was Angela Rayner fair game in the arena of political debate? Drop your thoughts below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more political showdowns and media analysis. Until next time, stay sharp, stay curious, and never take live TV at face value.
Subscribe my channel, latest videos and political updates. Thanks for watching.